reason I do TikTok versus Facebook is because Facebook is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. It's the big platform. All of you, I'd imagine, are spending most of your ad budget on Facebook right now. So that's why I want to make the comparison there. So creative between these two platforms is pretty different. The biggest mistake I see people making coming onto TikTok from Facebook is that they're taking their Facebook creative and they're just porting it over. They're just taking it, copy and pasting it into TikTok. So they're taking a 4x5 or 1x1 video and then moving it into a 9x16 environment. They're taking what worked on Facebook and moving into a totally different environment. And they fail because it doesn't work, right? Uniquely and interestingly, it works the other way. So, and that's why I love investing a lot of our time into TikTok creative, because then we can take that creative and run it for a lot longer on other channels. So if we focus our efforts on cracking TikTok ad creative, the ROI on that creative is substantially higher than if we focus just on Facebook creative. Because like I said, it's a one-way street, not a two-way street. So big differences. One is the actual fatigue, right? So you can run Facebook ads for a very long time. We've had accounts where we're running ad creative for months and months and months, sometimes even longer. And it just continues to perform day after day, week after week, right? That is not going to happen on TikTok. That's basically a 0% chance of your winning creative running for more than a few weeks. And that's being generous, right? If you have something run for 30 days, that's like the luckiest thing ever, right? That really doesn't happen often. So with TikTok, you are going to need to create a lot more ad creative. And that's the whole purpose of this presentation today is like, how do you accomplish that? Because again, one of the main reasons why people are struggling on TikTok is they're not making enough creative. They're not creating native creative, and they just give up eventually because they think it requires so much effort. Like, how do I create 16, 24, 30 pieces of ad creative every single month when it's just, me and my significant other running a business out of our garage? Like, how do we do that? I don't have time to shoot videos all day because I'm running the business. So we're going to talk about all kinds of solutions to address that. But you are going to need to dramatically increase your output, right? If right now you're doing 2 to 4 pieces of creative a month, that's not going to work for TikTok, right? You need to change that dramatically. Also things like images, GIFs, basic animations that may work on Facebook, slideshows, stuff like that, not going to work on TikTok. It needs to be video. It needs to be shot in that perspective. Just taking a bunch of images and turning them into some animation, turning them into a video, it's really not going to perform well, okay? Because that's not what people share on the platform organically. We want to make sure we're as native as possible with our ad content. Screen real estate. I just ended the last slide about the 9x16. This is a huge one. So, and it drives me crazy because I see so many people, I see a lot of ads on TikTok because I use the app a lot and I just do a lot of research and I know a lot of people. So I'm seeing ads from people like I know, like big names in our industry that are now running on TikTok. And I also see ads running for people that I know the agency is running them. I know the people running them. And I can't tell you how many of them are doing a terrible job, like making so many mistakes. And we can go through all these mistakes that like are just like painful to see. And one of them is not leveraging the full 9x16. So if you have a 1x1 or a 4x5 video, don't just drop it in there and leave these giant black bars on the top and bottom, right? That's a terrible use of real estate. TikTok is giving you 100%, right? They're giving you the full screen. Use the full screen. Otherwise, you're just wasting money, right? It's like if you're given if you buy a commercial property, right? Buy a strip center and I have 4 units to lease out. I'm going to lease out all 4 units. I'm not just going to leave one vacant because I'm lazy, right? That's a terrible ROI. That's a terrible way to use my real estate. Same thing with digital real estate. So make sure you're using 9x16. Okay. If that means you got to, crop it or reshoot it, do it. It's worth it. It's going to make a difference. So real estate's a big difference. Sound's a big difference, right? So with Facebook for years and years and years that I've been running it, I never once thought about sound because frankly, a lot of people go through Facebook and Instagram, not even with sound on, right? With TikTok, sound is a huge part of it. Pretty much everyone on TikTok is scrolling with sound on because audio is such a huge part of the culture of the app and how the app operates, right? So you really want to factor in sound into when you're shooting your ads. Don't make it an afterthought. Make it the primary thing you're focusing on is what am I saying? What audio am I using? What background music am I using? What sound effects am I using? This has a big impact on performance. Length of videos, we talked about that a little bit, right? Facebook ads, maybe running a 2-3 minute video. That's a longer, kind of more straight to the camera, testimonial style, review style. That's not going to perform on TikTok. You want to be quick to the point. You want to keep it ideally 20 to 30 seconds max. And make sure there's lots and lots of cuts. And then the style of videos, the type of videos, right? What's going to perform on TikTok in terms of the overall style? We're going to show a bunch of examples in this presentation today, in this training today. Very, very different than what you might be used to on a Facebook. Okay.